Now time for the comic format. It's a bit shorter. A lot of people's first instincts when formatting their comic panels is to do the classic box and scroll layout. Actually, this example I'm using is literally my first instinct back when I first started making comics 4 years ago. Coincidentally, this is also an Undertale AU. I'm kinda in a neutral phase if you couldn't tell. I actually don't have much of an issue with this style. It's simple, it's really easy to make, and it's really easy to read as well, which is a good plus. However, it can get boring. Look at this. It's just box after box. There's hardly any fancy things. I mean, also, this is old and very bad. Why is this so small? It doesn't need to be. But let's face it, that classic, like, manga style condensed comic is just so neat, isn't it? It's just like, there's something so nice about it. it it's a lot harder to do, but I think it's more rewarding. Amazingly, the two styles can coexist. Actually, they bring out the best in each other. The condensed comic isn't interrupted by pages, and the scroll comic gains a lot more personality than just those boxes. This is the same comic after a 3-year break. I have learned how to do things in a nicer way. I can get the movement of this page. She is falling down to the right, so I slanted it down to the right so that it has a little bit more movement to it. Slants also can help you not draw the background you don't want to draw, which is, yeah, also useful. This is a good example of showing emotion through the actual panel itself. It's like this weird flower shape. It's just kind of nice and sweet looking. Which, yeah, you can show a lot of emotion through your panels. I wouldn't do it that much, definitely not as much as speech bubbles, because your speech bubbles have a lot of importance. The panels, it can get distracting if you do a lot of stuff with it. Just, like, be creative, honestly. Make sure to have good amount of space. This isn't a very good example, it's kind of an older one. Just be creative. Things like this. Just do whatever feels right, honestly. That's the main thing with comics. To do things that you don't normally do. See this in this scene? Didn't want to do a background. So you know what I did? I didn't draw the background. That's the great thing about comics. I would have done the same thing with this panel, but it was a checkpoint panel. I had to color it, which is just a thing with my comic. Grayscale is great because you can do a lot of stuff with it. The colored panels stick out a lot, so I made them into checkpoints, kind of like the actual Undertale game. But that's kind of off topic. These are a bit cluttered. As I said, I'm not professional at all. I am just a kid making comics. I mainly am just doing this for fun. It's good to break up every now and then. Break up your panels. Some examples of getting creative. They are climbing downwards, so I am stretching the panel out, which is a great thing you can't really do with most comic mediums except for digital. This character is a ghost, so I have him, I let him kind of interact with the margins of the comic, like a fourth wall breaker. This is a cliffhanger, so I gave some kind of illusion or suggestion, like the panel is dissipating and it's going to be continued soon. I don't always box in the panels. These boxes are nice, but sometimes it's nice to break it up and just like let it fade in. I did it here too. Just do it somewhat frequently. Just don't do so much boxes, is really what I have to say. Have fun with it, and try not to do that many boxes. It's really easy, and with like a slice of lifestyle comic, do whatever the hell you want. I've started making a slice of lifestyle comic, and it's been so much. It's so nice to just not have to worry about the specifics. Most webtoons are intended to be read left to right, but some people like the manga style of right to left. Either way you prefer. If there are multiple dialogues in a panel, the dialogue you want to read first needs to be at the top of the panel. It's okay if the order of the dialogue is not obvious at first, but try to make it as clear as possible. Don't put like little numbers in the corners. It's not horrible, but it's just a bit... it's kind of cheap looking. That's really all my tips. Everything else is up to you and your style. I'm gonna be honest, I mainly made this for myself because I think it's fun, and a lot of people have trouble starting comics, so the biggest tip of all is to just do it. Okay, thanks for watching. I've got art, music, and some voice acting on my channel if you want to check that out. If you want more of these videos, like the video, I guess. Have a nice day.